Yo, YouTube, what is going on? Dino Bam Bam here with the 107 MMA, sending out some of these invitations to a couple of people, and we'll see who's going to be joining us on this pre-fight live. So bear with me while we get it started, guys. Real quick shout out to my boy Benny Bang Bang. What is his Instagram? Let me check out his Instagram for you guys. It is just bang _ MMA. Benny Bang Bang. He's got a fight tonight, guys. He's got a fight tonight. I'm excited for that. Definitely going to pull that up on the laptop while we got UFC going on. Just finished the PFL card. Got some stuff ready. Got some people coming over for UFC tonight. So we're going to be lit. We are going to be lit tonight. I'm excited, guys. I am super goddamn excited for this card. I'm super excited for the little stream we got going on here. Excited to see who's going to show up. Who knows, right? You never know who's going to come into one of these things. DS may be joining us. Harry from PreShow Bets may be joining us. I just sent an invite to No Bromo. He might be here. You never know what we got going on, and I'm excited, guys. If you have any questions, drop them in the damn chat. I'm excited. Let's get it. All right. I mean, we'll talk about a couple of the fights, I guess, until we get somebody in here. Main event, Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. It's an interesting fight, guys. I mean, with the bantamweight division being so open now after Merab lost the title, right? There was a time there towards the end of last year. Last year felt like an eternity in general, but last year we had Merab Dvalishvili running through the entire bantamweight division and cleaning house, right? Cleaning out the contenders. Umar Nurmagomedov, Sean O'Malley, who was undeserving at that point, but regardless, still got himself another shot at the title. Corey Sandhagen was the big one. And then it ended up being Petr Yan in a rematch that ended up taking away the title from Merab. But if he had gotten through Petr Yan, who was next? Who was next, right? Sean O'Malley just beat Song Yadong. Maybe Umar. Like, there was really nobody left. So it's nice to see Mario Bautista and Vinicius Oliveira fighting in a big spot here tonight where with a new champion in the division, and I know Merab is most likely going to get that rematch, these guys are going to have a big opportunity to kind of stake their claim for the next person to be in line for a title shot. Mario Bautista, obviously, you know, he's really good, guys. He kind of got a reputation for being boring after the Jose Aldo fight, and it is what it is. Some fighters are boring, right? We got to deal with it. We just saw 15 Dagestanis on PFL, so it is what it is. But Mario Bautista, definitely a good fighter, very well-rounded, solid grappling, solid striking. Not too much of a finisher, but some decent finishing potential. And yeah, he's taking on Vinicius Oliveira, who is a very high-level finisher, right? The question marks with Vinicius Oliveira as Harry just joined and left us, but he'll be right back. Vinicius Oliveira, high-level finisher, but we don't know about his cardio, guys. That's kind of been the big question mark all over the place. Everybody's been talking about it. I even saw like the UFC pre-show yesterday that they're doing now, which I absolutely love. They're on there, and they're questioning this guy's cardio. So we'll see what he can do. And we've got Harry, and he comes to us from PreShow Bets. Harry, what is going on, brother?
What's up, bro? Listening to Avenge Sevenfold, man. About to pick up Lennon from the BKFC. We're going to Knuckle Mania, brother, here in Philly.
Yeah, that's tonight, huh?
Yes, sir.
What was the main event? It was like 2 UFC guys or something, right? It was like a pretty
It was
big
a
main
cancellation, yeah, for one of the fighters. But yeah, you're right. It's Ben Rothwell and Arlovsky.
Who pulled out? Arlovsky?
Yoel Romero, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, because I know Arlovsky just had surgery. Shout out Octagon guy in the chat, says Mario Bautista by KO. Since we're on that subject, Harry, main event tonight, Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. Talk to me, man. We haven't talked all week.
Oh, man, Lock Dog, brother. Let's go. Lock Dog, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Look, this one's tough for me, Harry. Like, part of me wants to go Vinicius Oliveira because I see what everyone sees, right? Dynamic finishing potential, all that kind of shit. But it's just, I'm worried about his cardio, man. Mario Bautista is a grinder. By the way, Harry, Jamal Witherspoon in the chat. What's up, Jamal? He says, hey, our boy Harry from aisle 12. Last time out last week when you were picking up the stoves and shit.
That's crazy, bro.
Harry from aisle 12, man. Harry,
I'm ready for a blackout. I'm ready for a blackout in America if the grid doesn't hold up.
Yeah. Now, hear me out, Harry. We didn't do the AI versus the pro video this week. The AI versus can AI beat a pro? We're
Correct.
doing that for the numbered events, right? That's our plan moving forward.
Yes.
Okay, and we're gonna better be up some units soon, Harry. You don't want that guy talking shit to you.
Listen, we got our best bets that are cashing on there. We're beating the AI, right? With main event pick, so that's good so far. But you don't get me wrong, the AI is doing pretty well.
The AI is only winning because it slammed that crazy parlay. It had like that plus 950 that it smacked, which was absolutely crazy. Octagon guy in the chat says Oliveira a quitter and Mario is a real dog. Right, so that's kind of my question. That's why I worry about Vinicius
Nah,
Oliveira.
bro. The cardio, man. Mario Bautista doesn't have 5 round cardio, bro. They both are a dud when it comes to that. They both suffer in cardio, man.
You know, and in the Umar Nurmagomedov fight, you could see Mario's cardio was kind of fading, but it looked a lot better because Umar's cardio was really fading. You know
Yeah,
what I
don't
mean?
get me wrong. Like, I get their argument because,
Yeah.
of course, it's based to say things like that when it comes to Vinicius Oliveira. We've seen this guy winded, gassed out, heavy breathing on the corner there, red or blue. I get it. But it washes out, it cancels out because they struggle with it. They both cut too much weight. Mario Bautista's too big for the weight class. But I understand why he's a bantamweight. Don't get me wrong. I get it.
And he goes, Mario, a cardio goat. He's like Marab. Octagon guy, man. I love me some Marab. That's probably my favorite fighter on the planet right now. Him and Yuri Prohashka. Shout out Yuri. Follows us on Instagram, Harry. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know how many times I mentioned that to you. But
Fire.
look, I
That's
love
fire.
Marab. I like Mario too, man. I'm not a Mario Batista hater. I just don't know, man. Like Marab obviously is on a level of his own, so saying that's some hyperbole. But Mario Batista's cardio, I think it's fine. Like I agree with you. I just don't know about cardio goat. So regardless, Harry, if Vinicius Oliveira wins this fight, brother, what do you see for him? How far is he from a title shot? 1, 2 fights?
Oh, well, I'll be honest with you, man. The UFC really wants to get Kyler Phillips in there, bro. If Kyler Phillips comes back somehow, Gene Matsumoto's resetting with this loss here. Farrett has to be pushed up. I mean, it's interesting, but Vinicius is going to have to be a right away type of guy and have the public feud over it, the media and the rankings feud over it, and then Dana just capitalize on the moment because he gets paid off a big guy like that. Imagine him putting out, like a lot of people say, putting out Mario Bautista tonight.
Yeah, and the MMA Guru, if you remember, had that bounty on Mario Batista's head. First person to finish Mario Batista gets $10,000. He retracted it since then. But if I'm fucking a Vinicius Oliveira and I knock this guy out or I get a submission, I'm calling MMA Guru out on the mic like, yo, you promised 10 bands. I want that. You know what I mean? That's good for publicity. That'd be a great mic, like a great call out.
That's a Rolex, bro. What he better call him out. MMA Guru has money, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Octagon guy says Mario inside the distance, 5 rounds is a lot for Oliveira. So Octagon guy, tell me what your official prediction is, because I mean, obviously you're going Mario. What do you think happens there? So Harry, what is your official prediction? You picked Vinicius Oliveira. You see a finish, method, round, anything like that?
Oh man, the odds are so good, bro. You could have put 100, 500, 1,000 on that. You're eating at 5.5 on the spread. You're eating on the money line. And if you want to get wild, bro, that KO prop is good.
Love it. Love it. We will see, man. That's a banger of a main event. Talk to me about the co-main event, Harry. This is one I'm really interested in, man. Amir Albazi taking on Kyoji Horiguchi. Horiguchi last time out re-debuted in the UFC, right? It was the new, welcome back for Kyoji Horiguchi. And for those of us that know ball, for those of us in the know that have been watching MMA for a long time now, we know all about Kyoji Horiguchi. So last time out, when he was facing one of the Dagestani guys, I forget who, he was like a 3-1 underdog, Harry. And Kyoji Horiguchi.
Kyoji in Qatar, you mean, with this guy, Alex Perez.
That's what I'm saying. Or it wasn't Alex Perez. It was wasn't it a Dagestani guy? Regardless.
Was it?
Yeah. It was one of the Team Habib guys. Regardless of the fact, he was like a 2.5 to a 3-1 favor or underdog. And I slammed that because I know ball. You know what I'm saying? He's taking on Amir Albazi now, a guy that's higher in the rankings than Kyoji Horiguchi, a guy that's higher than the last guy he faced. And right now, Harry, Kyoji Horiguchi's coming in as a minus 375, dude, against the guy that's been in the top 5 in the UFC. I'm still picking Kyoji Horiguchi in this fight. He is my official pick. But if you're on the Albazi side, bro, plus 295, plus 300 is fucking amazing.
The 10-7 MMA. What's up,
baby?
Y'all must have forgot about Albazi because he's so inactive. That dude's still good.
That's what I'm saying. He had heart surgery, neck surgery. How do you fight after
shit.
that?
I don't know about that. Maybe I'd stay away then.
He did
Hey,
good, bro. Who did he take on before after he came back from recovery? Who was
Brandon
it?
Moreno, and he
He
lost the
did.
decision.
He did well, bro. I
He
think
did
he did
okay,
very good.
but Moreno looked fucking great. Octagon guy in the chat says Mario by sub round 2 or KO round 3. So you're
That
just
guy has
switching
his
up.
rent on that. I promise you, bro.
What I'm
He's
saying.
brought that shit up like 20 times already.
It's crazy to say sub round 2, but then switch it to KO round 3. My boy is fucking playing with money. By the way, guys, Jared, right? That's the name?
Yes, sir. What
Jared
up?
Lennon, guys, BKFC. I'm going to shout you out. Go follow him. I'll put your shit down here on the Instagram. Jared, you want to say anything, dog?
Hello.
Hello. He says hello. Hey, he just had a fight last week, right? Like a week ago?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah,
And
I
look at that.
remember.
We're still pretty, bro. What happened?
It is what it is,
I mean,
man.
pretty's a bit of a stretch, but
Hey, coming out pretty after a BKFC fight's pretty fucking wild. That's all I'm saying.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the shout out. Nice to see you, brother.
Knucklemania, he knows.
Knucklemania tonight, guys. Tune in. Hey, we got a lot of shit going on, Harry. We got my boy Benny Bang Bang is fighting on a regional show tonight somewhere. So I'm going to post the link to that at some point. We got UFC. We got Knucklemania. We got a lot of fucking fights going on. We just had PFL in the morning. Shit's crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy fight day. But who do you got, Amir Albazi or Kyoji Horiguchi?
Kyoji Horiguchi, my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it gets to a close decision, controversial this way now, going to the Amir Albazi side where, Kai Kara France bettors were really irate when that happened. I think, it's funny how just fate takes a hold of shit like that. So if it comes close, man, it's Kyoji Horiguchi. They really want him to face off with Cap.
I really like the idea of Kyoji Horiguchi, and I know this is like a fucking story, so who gives a shit? But it's like I like the idea of Kyoji Horiguchi getting in there and eventually fighting Pantoja. If Pantoja's able to get that title back, those are training partners for years now. They're really good friends, and it would be amazing to see Horiguchi be able to go for the UFC title after he's done what he's done in Ryzen and Bellator and PFL and all that shit. I would absolutely love that. Harry, we got some smoke coming your way from Octagon Guy. He says, aha, your boy on the phone sounds insecure on his Oliveira pick. Hope he didn't put too much on it. LOL.
Well, I'll tell you what, according to the lines, the dog has to win this weekend so people could slam Strickland next week.
There it is. Is Strickland the favorite against Fluffy?
He's the underdog.
Oh, he's the underdog. I haven't even checked those lines out, but we shall see. We shall see. Hey, by the way, Octagon Guy, follow Harry. PreShow Bets on Instagram. PreShow Bets, and then you could talk shit to him personally. You can see all the free bets that he posts, all the slips that he posts. Harry gets it going. That's all I'm saying. Harry, let's move on real quick. I don't want to waste too much of your time. I know you guys are busy, but a couple more fights. Jailton Almeida versus Rizvan Kuniev, the feature fight of the night. Jailton Almeida, of course, kind of like Mario Bautista, known for being a boring fighter, right? A lot of people give him shit, and they say the Dagestanis are boring, and I'm not like a Dagestani apologist, but fuck, Jailton Almeida only grapples. That's all he does. He's taking on Rizvan Kuniev, who in his debut got number 4 Curtis Blades, and now he lost that fight, and he's getting number 6 Jailton Almeida. So the UFC clearly wants to fucking push this guy. What are your thoughts on this fight, Harry?
Almeida's a good fighter, man. We got to give him some credit. With Rosenstruck, he submitted him in the first round. He went the distance with Derek Lewis. He's proving he has pace. And, with Volkov, I mean, he's huge. What would a fight with Volkov and Rizvan Kuniev look like? You know what I mean? Yeah. That could potentially go to a decision because they're both well-rounded, Kuniev, man, he's got a long history of grappling, striking, Sanda kickboxer. So, because of that crazy...
And
steroids. Yes, that's true, man. Because of that crazy line movement, the line reversal, I'm going to stay. If I had to put money tonight, I'm going Jailton Almeida. Away from the line reversal and all that controversy that happened earlier this week, I would go a money line on Rizvan Kuniev.
Okay. I like it. Jamal Witherspoon says Rizvan Kuniev going to take out Jailton Almeida for his boy Dana. Then Octagon Guy comes back, Harry. He wants all the fucking smoke today. Says, oh, my bad. I had no idea.
They be doing that all the time.
The dog has to win this week because of Strickland next week. Ah, yes. How can I forget? So he doesn't think that the UFC or Vegas has any hand in any of this kind of shit. That's what he's saying, Harry. You want to just leave it there, or are you responding to that?
It's all right, bro. Yo, this guy, bro. He be finding me beef everywhere, bro. He
That's
be
all.
finding me beef everywhere. I swear.
I'll play
That's all.
devil's advocate a little bit. At the
Okay.
end of the day, it's a fist fight.
At the end
Sometimes
of the day,
outside shit plays in, sometimes it doesn't. At the end of the day, it's a fucking fist fight.
well, there it is, guys, and that's a pro fighter right there telling you that. So Octagon guy says W Harry. I'm just playing with you. There we go. All right. So a couple more, Harry. Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, Marc-Andre Barriault. To me, minus 410 seems like a little wide, but I get it, man. I'm on the Oleksiejczuk side. I think he's getting himself a first-round knockout. I just think Marc-Andre Barriault is done, man. I think his chin is cracked. I think he's aging. I know that's crazy because, he hasn't looked like terrible, but I just believe a lot in Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. I think just those combinations on the feet are nasty. That left hand is disgusting. Thoughts on this one, Harry?
I'd like to say he's gonna play with his foot a bit. Round 2 knockout.
Okay. And then finishing off, or there's two more fights on the main card. Gene Matsumoto, one of my favorite prospects in all of MMA, Harry. There's just a little problem with him, man. It seems like when we got to see him finally take his first L of his career, it was, obviously it was the first time he faced any sort of adversity, and it didn't look like he was a good nail. It's one of those guys that can be a badass hammer, and unfortunately didn't look like he could be a good nail. He's taken on a very, very well-rounded guy in Farid Basharat, undefeated. You know how the Basharat bros are putting in work. They're constantly grinding. I would love to see Gene Matsumoto win this fight. I think there's a lot of ways he can win this fight. I just don't see it, brother. So I'm siding with Farid Basharat, the favorite in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, certainly, man. Gene Matsumoto, if he wants to come on and compete with guys, like Farid Basharat, who is well-rounded, particularly in the grappling, and can transition from the side guard, mount you, like that's advanced grappling, he needs cardio. So, and if he wants to offset that, he's going to have to cut down to flyweight because he's bulky, man, this guy Matsumoto, man. He's huge.
Yeah, he's a big kid. When you're young, you can do that shit, right? You just cut a lot of weight and fight big. So you're going Farid Basharat as well?
For sure.
All right. And then any underdogs you see on this card, Harry? I mean, just flying through them real quick. Claudia Segula, Priscilla Cachoeira. Anything here?
No.
No dogs?
No. This is fight not to go the distance. Priscilla Cachoeira has been on like 14-day antibiotics for staph. It's pretty serious. The hole is almost like 2 inches in diameter. Yeah, man, that's that. I mean, this fight cannot go the distance. Minus 145. Segula cash it minus 155. For a dog, I have Walker. I like Walker. He's a cage wrestler. He's going to overwhelm Dustin Jacoby. I get it. Dustin switched up his style a little bit, looking for finishes. He's a striker first, right? Very traditional. Glory MMA kickboxer, winning several tournaments, not one or two, several. We're not talking Cesar Almeida. And I think him blitzing, looking for a finish, brawling outside of him has worked out well. He's hosted after parties as of recently, 2 of them. So that's cool. But no, that's it, man. Age has to play a factor. And Julius Walker, man, he's well-rounded and he's got the reach. So I think he's going to do well. Anything that he'll throw, if he gets struck, he'll come down and hold on to a leg that Jacoby's got and potentially pummel him down, work him, maybe win a round or 2 on the ground, bro,
Yeah.
But I got Walker all the way. That's my dog of the week.
All right, couple things, Harry. So on that fight, it's weird, right? Because I'm very confident in the other side on Dustin Jacoby in this one. The only thing that worries me about Dustin Jacoby in this fight is that he was supposed to fight last week. He didn't, but he still ended up going to Australia with friend of the channel, Cody Brundage. Shout out Cody Brundage. Went out there. He was on that card with Cody Brundage, cornered him. Now they flew back to America, like crazy fucking trip that these guys had to make. Going there for a week, coming back. He's been back in America for like 4 or 5 days. So I hope that, that doesn't have any effect on it. Besides that, I just don't see anything that Julius Walker has for him besides pure power and jiu-jitsu, right? He's the better jiu-jitsu guy. He's the more powerful guy. So I guess those are 2 fucking massive things, but he can't get the fight to the ground. I don't like his wrestling. And then real quick on the other fight, Claudia Segula, Priscilla Cachoeira. What did you say about Cachoeira? What was the injury she had?
She has staph on her left elbow. Huge, like about 1.5 inches in diameter.
1.5 inches, 2 inches. Guys, those are
Shit's
a lot of
huge.
inches. You know what I'm saying, Harry? That's not like a little amount of inches.
Yeah, it's big.
That's all
Take
I'm
it from
saying.
me. 2-3 inches is fucking massive.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot, guys. So let's not fucking downplay that.
I was
Punisher
talking
in the
about
chat.
dick length, bro.
Punisher in the chat says 100. Octagon guy says, y'all know Dustin was supposed to be on that Sydney card, right? That boy's been fired up. That boy's fired up, been in camp. Yeah, that's what I was saying right there. Then he says, Dustin avenging Cody. Yeah, man, I really think he's going to win that fight. Muin Gaffarov. This is an interesting one too, Harry. Muin Gaffarov, Jakub Wiklax, right? We got the two guys that beat Patchy Mix in the UFC on this card. Obviously, the first one here is Jakub Wiklax. A lot of people showing this guy a lot of love. If you go to Tapology, I haven't checked in a couple of days, but he was like being picked by like 70, 80% of the community, yet he's still an underdog. So that lets me think you guys are just picking on there and you're not fucking actually putting your money where your mouth is. And he almost lost that fight to Patchy Mix. A lot of people think he did, taking on a veteran in Muin Gaffarov. Again, I would like to see Jakub Wiklax win this fight. I think it's best for the promotion, but I'm siding with the favorite Muin Gaffarov. You have anything on this one?
It's Muin by first round, if not, and that's why he missed weight, right? He needs that added weight to keep him on his feet because, Whiplash is going to look to try and submit him early. And then Gaffroff is going to, gas out, man, in the later rounds. And that's when I think Whiplash is going to submit him. What he tried to do against Patty, but, I think he'll get it this time.
So you're saying it's Muin Gaffarov
Patty, I
early?
mean Patchy. Say again?
You're saying it's Muin Gaffarov early or Wiklax late?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, I gotcha. And then finally, what about this one? Both of these ladies missed weight, Harry. I don't know what the fuck that's about. So why not just do a catch weight? You know,
Kang Wong, because he wants to play with her hooks against the wall, Yeah. She wants to buy herself time before Eduardo Moore gasses out and strikes her. I don't think it's a coincidence they both missed weight. I think someone tipped off Kong Wang's camp, and they expected Eduardo to miss weight purposely so she could lay and pray at least early on.
And that's the game plan, right? This is basically as striker versus grappler as they can get. So I would just think with the extra weight, maybe it favors the grappler, but Wang Kong, she's pretty good, man. She's a great striker for women's MMA. She's about as good as it gets in the striking department, like technique-wise, but minus 380s is fucking bananas.
If you want to offset that, you could take Kong Wang by unanimous decision at plus 550.
Plus 550, damn, okay. All right, I like it, Harry. And then two more fights, and I will let you guys go. Well, it's no longer Said Nurmagomedov versus Javid Basharat. Javid Basharat taking on the newcomer, I believe, from CFFC, and I got to pull up his...
Gianni Vasquez, right?
Gianni Vasquez, exactly. Champion at some promotion. And
Cage Fury?
Was
or
it
LFA?
Cage Fury? Man, I got to pull it up.
Who do you rate best, Cage Fury or LFA? Who do you rate has better contenders?
LFA, I think slightly. I think LFA.
Wait, okay, LFA early or as of late?
Both.
Oh shit! Okay.
I just think when it comes to you have your major promotions, right? In MMA, you have your UFC, which is standalone. Then we used to have Bellator. We still have PFL. We have Ryzen and fucking One, and like those are kind of on their own level. Underneath that, I would say like Cage Warriors would be the top. Like for me, would be the top non-international kind of like league, followed by LFA. CFFC would probably fall like fourth or fifth for me in terms of those kind of like local promotions. It's a great league though. I mean, they send a lot of guys to the UFC, but I just really like LFA. If you look at any UFC card, there's like 15 LFA guys fucking fighting on it.
Of course, right. Yeah.
Vex in the chat says, "Yo, what's up, guys?" And then Octagon says, "LFA is better because it's live on YouTube." Now it's live on YouTube. It used to be on Fight Pass, so that was the shit there. But yeah, so do you see Javid Basharat winning that fight? I'm assuming, Harry.
Man, it's tough, man. I want to take the other guy, bro, but yeah, he'll win it, man. Even if it's a close decision, him bouncing around, hopping around, yeah. Taekwondo.
I mean, it's just too short notice, man. The kid missed weight by like 5 pounds. He's short notice as hell. I don't know if you disappeared, Harry, if your screen went black, but it is what it is. And then Bruno Brazil, Ketlin Souza, if you can hear me and if you can talk. Oh, he's gone. Fuck that. We're not talking about that fight, guys. We are back. Octagon is heavily slept on. Yeah, Octagon is an amazing league. The problem with Octagon is that we just never get to watch it in America, right? It's kind of like the same problem as Ryzen. The times are weird. It's hard to find like the channel that it's on. I know Octagon's last show was like a pay-per-view or something, and I had to use like the Russian link to get it, but I know you could get it normally. It is what it is. No, he didn't leave because of you, Octagon guy. They are They're going to Knuckle Mania. So the guy he was with, Jared Lennon, shout out Jared Lennon. He's a BKFC fighter. Tonight's like a huge BKFC card. And they're going there. So they're in Philly. And here comes Harry Balls, guys. Harry Balls is back.
Cash App, Harry Balls.
Cash App, Harry Balls. We're on to this fight, Harry. Bruna Brazil of the Fighting Nerds, a new fighting nerd. She's taking on Ketlin Souza. I like the underdog here, man. Bruna Brazil, the only problem is she used to show like such a killer instinct, Harry. She used to go for finishes, and since she joined the Fighting Nerds, she's been very like kind of passive and just point fighting. Ketlin Souza's a big girl. What do you think about that fight?
And that's okay. She can't really take a hit, you know. She cuts down too much. And I understand what they're doing with her. So she has to remain technical, you know. This is the girl with roundhouse kicks, all sorts of kicks, right? She's varied in that. And I think that helps with her spacing, with her movement, with the range, you know, keeping the pocket away from Ketlin, you know, discouraging it a bit. But I'm surprised. A lot of folks, despite even the proportions in height, because Souza is really small in front of her, are riding with Souza by knockout.
Crazy.
Yeah, I was a little taken back by that. I was surprised because I thought Bruno would be the favorite. Man, I said the books got me here. If the public is really writing Souza as a dog, like, oh, I got plus money on her, I'm surprised. I mean, as a favorite. I'm surprised that they fell for something like that. So I journaled that, and I'm ready to prove myself right or wrong.
And you know what's funny, Harry? When we were doing our full card breakdown earlier this week, DS is picking her by finish. So I was surprised either way, man. I'm on the Bruna Brazil side. I think I'm sticking with it for now. Not something I'm interested in betting, though. You know what I mean? Personally. We were talking about Octagon as you guys disappeared, Harry, the Octagon promotion. Vex says, yeah, it's a Czech organization, so the times in the U.S. have to suck. They do. I remember the last one was like an early morning time for us a couple weeks ago where they had, was it Phil DeVries? It's one of those like huge heavyweights that fights out there, like a big heavyweight prospect. That was badass. And then Octagon TV or Octagon guy, Harry, has a question. Are you a fighter?
Am I a fighter?
That's what he's asking.
No, man. Just when I was a kid, I did boxing at the LBH, the Lost Battalion in Queens, and then I did wrestling in high school, and was never really into it, man. I did enjoy getting hit, but for some reason, I just wasn't good offensively. You know what I mean? So I could take a hit and then hit back, but it just wasn't. I knew it wasn't going to work out. You kind of need both, you know?
Yeah.
And moved on to other shit, you know, business, bro. Business took me by the dick, bro.
There it is. He's not a businessman. He's a business man. Hey, Harry, Octagon guy says I can tell. He can tell you're not a fighter, okay?
He could, bro, yo.
Yeah, this dude's just talking shit now.
Bro, he finds me beef every week. He finds me beef.
That's crazy.
There we go. Vex says, if y'all want to catch a good Octagon card, then Octagon 84 will be worth watching, especially the main and co-main event, going to be bloodbaths. Yeah, let me know who's fighting in that. I watch Octagon when I can. It's the same shit with Ryzen, Harry. You know, like, shout out Patricky Pitbull, another friend of the channel, my absolute boy. Love that guy. Fights in Ryzen right now. And it's a fucking nightmare. You know what I mean? Like, just getting up for these Ryzen cards. They start at like 2 a.m. our time, and they end at like 7 a.m. So it's just a disaster. But in order to catch some of those promotions, unfortunately, that's just what we got to do. We got it lucky here in the States, especially with these big promotions, right? UFC and Bellator the whole time, and PFL, they all cater to our times. So, you know, we're kind of blessed there. In order to watch European fucking regional shows, we got to do what the Europeans do for us. We got to do what they do for us when they're watching, you know, the big cards. And Octagon guy says, again, he's just kidding here. He's just fucking with you. He enjoys messing with you, okay?
You know, I like your camera quality, man.
Thank you, brother. Hey, Harry, we're stepping up, dog. You seen the studio, right? Look at this shit. Hold up. Look at this. New fucking studio. You know what I'm saying? We got the new studio going, Harry. Shit's picking up this year. I'm telling you, we're going to the moon. I told you last year. I told you in December. I was like, 2026, shit is picking the fuck up.
Yo, you have to, bro. You got guys like Lucrative James, bro, that is tracking and is jacking our shit, bro. Like jacking our culture and shit, using our colloquials like shmoney. Like, that's not him, bro. You know, they're not spicy. They're not flamboyant like we are. You know what I mean? They're not prideful like we are. Like, the English are not like that. So even he's getting backlash for that. You know that? like showing his money and all that, you know. It's
Hey,
funny, you know.
look,
So
I'm not gonna be the one to say it, Harry, but I've seen some shit that makes me question some stuff. Is all I'm saying. Because when you're picking at the rate that we're picking here at D107 MMA, over 70% on the fucking year, last year, the year before, over 70% all time. That's beating damn near everybody on
no,
YouTube.
that literally is because according to what is this casino.gov in America, it's a consortium of all the casinos, sports books regulated in America. They say the pro better in MMA hits at 56% clip. So if you're at 70, what does that say about you?
That's what I'm saying. I see all the best guys, like all the best dudes are like 67, 68%. We're hitting that 70, Harry, and it's a consistent 70, 2 years running. That's all I'm saying. You know, we do shit the right way. Plus, we got the connections. We got all the fighter connections. We got coach connections, world champion fighters, world champion coaches. We've got pictures, and we've been in the room with a couple important people, Harry. A lot of important people. Plus, on the YouTube side, shout out my boy Fight Society. He's huge. He is absolutely huge. Fight Society is going to blow up. He's going to be the number 2 or 3 biggest guy on YouTube in the MMA space by the end of this year. That's our boy. He's coming out to Chicago to link up with us. We've, of course, got you. We've got Mr. Dana Black. We got a lot of connections in this industry here, and we're doing some shit. An Octagon guy says that lucrative James guy went negative 0.45 units last week, and that shit don't happen to Harry from PreShow Bets.
Well, you know what? That's a problem because he went negative units last week, but then he's promoting a video where he cashed on Volk. You see you that play on your psyche is fucked. Like, you know, in America we know how to go about it because we remain transparent. But he doesn't get back to nobody, and he purports it as though that is what was, you know, what got him
The result
over
was,
the winning margins. Yeah, like good results for the weekend, and that was not true. That was a lie.
that's a complete lie. And you know what's not a lie? We went perfect on the fucking main card last week, Harry. If these people just listen to what I'm saying, they could be making bread like we are, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Harry, another thing real quick. Do you have to go? I don't want to like keep you here.
We're good, man. We're good. Let's
Okay.
go.
I just don't want to like, you know, like fucking waste your guys' time. Interesting bit of news that went down this last week, Harry. And again, we've just talked about it very, very briefly through messages, through text, and a little bit on Instagram. There was supposed to be a fight happening in Mexico City with Brandon Moreno. His opponent ends up pulling out, okay? They end up giving that fight to Loney Kavanaugh.
Watch what he's gonna say. Watch what he's gonna say.
They end up giving that fight to Loney Kavanaugh, who a lot of people are like, what the fuck? Loney Kavanaugh? Who, by the way, the UFC just put into the rankings just because they wanted to have Brandon Moreno fight a ranked guy because it wouldn't make sense with him fighting a non-ranked guy. So that happens. The fight was originally offered to our boy Charles Energy Johnson. Shout out CJ. Shout out CJ. Charles Johnson unfortunately got knocked out, Harry. Last week, 2 weeks ago, CJ got, took a loss, man. He got clipped, and it is what it is. They offered him the fight. The UFC doctors would not clear him, okay? The medical staff would not clear CJ. So then that's why they ended up offering it to Loney Kavanaugh. Well, Loney Kavanaugh originally had a fight booked, Harry. And it's against a person that you know very well, Bruno Silva. Shout out to Bulldog Bruno Silva. So they take his opponent away, give him to Brandon Moreno. Now he's left without an opponent, and who comes in to save the fucking day, Harry? None other than Energy
Bruno Silva, who's about to uppercut the man to retirement.
So
off the rankings, off the blip.
Hey, look, I'm saying I'm gonna have Charles on the channel before this fight, Harry. That's a promise. That's a guarantee.
You know what? Let's have all 4 of them.
That's what
Bruno will get on with me. He'll get on with me, with you and Charles. That's
what I was gonna say. I was like, let's see if we can do a Bruno and Charles like little fucking get together, and we got to put something on it, like a 10-7 versus PreShow Bets kind of. Something's got to go down because this is the first time we've had like a certified your guy versus a certified our guy. 2 friends of both of our channels, so we got to do something. So talk to Bruno. I'll talk to CJ. We got to make some shit happen. Okay.
All right, let's see if we could get a good concept going. You know what I mean? Something they'll be willing to come on screen for together.
100%. Vex in the chat says Daniil Donchenko round 1 KO. TKO is gonna hit. Big trust. I like Daniil Donchenko. I like knockout. Round 1 is scary. What do you think, Harry?
Ah, man.
Daniil
That's
Donchenko. Yeah, I pulled it back up on the screen for you if you need to read it.
Ah, man, he likes Donchenko round one. Fuck, man. You know what? Because he says trust, I'm going to hold him to it and I'm going to bet it. Vex, cash at me, Harry Balls, if you missed this shit.
And then Octagon Guy says, W Harry. He gained a fan today. He can smack talk. He's a real one. So look at that, Harry. I brought you beef, but I brought you followers. You know what I'm saying? I don't come just bringing fucking bullshit. I come bearing gifts, my guy. Harry can talk shit because Harry's from New York. Let him know, Harry.
You too. You're from Chicago, bro. When we find out you show up, we run, bro. What the fuck?
That's it. Ain't nobody gonna fucking talk shit to people from Chicago and New York.
There's no rule of law in that motherfucker, but it has the most beautiful, man. Not only skyline, but the whole setup, man. There's a beachfront. As soon as you walk out, those high-rise buildings. I've never seen some shit like that in my life.
Shout out Lakeshore Drive. People are like, you guys have an ocean? Like, no, it's not a fucking ocean, bro. It's just a big-ass lake. It is a big motherfucking lake. Where is Jared from, Harry? Jared, where are you from?
Just north of Boston.
Just north of Boston. Okay, Boston's another tough guy city. You know what I'm saying? A little
racist. Harry, though, I got to carry myself like I'm from New York. You heard?
Hey, New York. Hey, are you a Red Sox fan?
Red Sox fan, he said.
I don't watch many team sports other than football, but we got the Patriots tomorrow, baby. Let's get
it. There it is. Shout out the Patriots, man. Hey, I think they might win that game. I know we're not a football fucking channel, but the Patriots got a chance.
I hope they do. I got a little same game pal latte going.
Hey, a little
Patriots to win. Drake May, 200 passing yards, 25 rushing yards. That's all we need.
Easy money.
Shout out Drake May. Vex says Jay-Z and King Von talking about MMA. That's how he feels about it, Harry. You're Jay-Z and I'm King Von, I guess. King Von, like, hey, it is what it is. I'm not from 63rd. I can tell you guys that much. That I know. But I would say I'm more of a Kanye than a King Von. Octagon Guy says, what's that Jared guy's name? I'll look out for him in BKFC. Jared, you want to shout your shit out?
Yeah, Jared Lennon. I appreciate you, brother.
Jared Lennon, BKFC, guys. Check him out. Follow him on Instagram, and then he's always posting shit. Jared, Harry put me on with you, Jared, and I was just like, this guy's fucking dope, and we've been watching your fights ever since I found out who you were, and I've been enjoying it. You got a dub last time out, 2 times ago. Not so fun for you, but it is what it is, right? We bounced back.
Yeah, it's looking like April 11th right now in Atlanta. I'm still waiting on this guy to sign, but as soon as he does, we're good to go.
Let's fucking get it. Have you met Connor yet?
Nope.
Okay, soon enough. That's the move. If I can bet on him, he's going to hammer you next fight, Jared. That's what this guy says.
Hopefully I can take some of Connor's coke and fucking really get after it, you know?
and I don't know. I wouldn't want to be hammered.
What the fuck?
I know. I got to chill. I forgot this is public.
That's your boss. That's your boss, Jared. Fuck, bro.
I don't know, dude. I see a lot of fighters, like a lot of BKFC guys, like, I have the best boss in the world, posting McGregor. It's like, bro, you never met him. And if you did, the guy fucking said hello to you and walked away.
All right, there it is. He's intense in those fucking face-offs. W Harry, W Jared, says Octagon Guy. Hell yeah. What time do those fights start today, guys?
Hey, 7 o'clock, and for fucking once, it's pretty crazy. The entire event is free on YouTube. And a good friend of mine, Nassim, he's the second fight of the night. Tune in for that. You want to bet money on? He's like -300. Just parlay with the UFC shit. He's a lock. He's going to fucking rinse this, dude.
There it is. Free money, guys. That's what we get over here. We get Jared giving us picks. We got Harry giving us bets. Little Parleezy. You parlay that with the fucking Drake May. What was it? Rushing touchdown and a fucking Patriots money line?
Rushing yards.
25 rushing yards and 200 passing yards. And I might even just double down on like maybe 30, 40 rushing yards. I think he's going to use his legs, or I think he needs to.
He has to, yeah. He has
to. Seattle's defense is fucking crazy. But yeah, so back to fights, guys.
Quarterback spy shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, it's really disappointing. I don't want to talk about it, Harry, but this should have been fucking the Bears. This should have been Caleb Williams. We had our fucking chance. We blew it against the Rams, and I really think we would have went into Seattle, beat the fuck out of them, and it would have been a Chicago versus Boston Super Bowl, which would have been absolutely
Chicago
massive.
Versus Boston. Yeah, that would have been big, bro. That's history.
I digress, my guy.
Rivalry, bro.
I'm saying, so no fights next week, Harry. And then we come back, and is it the the Sean Strickland card the week after that?
That's a fight night or a numbered event?
That's a fight night in Texas. Wow. I believe it's in Houston. Yeah.
Oh, February yes, Houston.
Mm-hmm. February 21st. What do you got on that one early? before you start, kind of like really
Man,
doing
I'm
your
I'm gonna
research?
have to build a parlay around Anthony Hernandez. Usually I take these main events straight, as you've seen, or with low variance bets. For example, Volkanovski and Shakur Stevenson parlay plus 120 for 30% of your account. That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So if you're a $5,000 bankroll, $2,000 bankroll, $500 bankroll, that's a lot. So I think I'm going to do the same here with Hernandez, man, in case there's some funny business going on, because Strickland is always coming on and about with the upset. These fucking shockwaves, through the media the next morning. And there is that whole Fluffy having to pull out, I think 60, 90 days ago because of an injury. So
Yeah.
I have to be wise about it.
Yeah, fair. I love Anthony Hernandez, man. I like Sean Strickland as well. Again, he's another guy that gets shit for being boring, but it is what it is. They're both Sean Strickland's entertaining in his own way. You know what I'm saying? And Fluffy Hernandez, a fucking dog. What he did to Roman Dolidze, Harry, to me last year, that was one of the most like impressive performances that anybody in the UFC had last year. And it kind of went under the radar. He beat the dog shit out of Roman Dolidze.
Yeah,
That was the night,
did,
real quick. If you don't remember, Harry, that was the night where me and you did some digging and found out a lot of shit about Roman Dolidze and his family life and shit.
Oh, you're right, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That was that night. Octagon guy in the chat says he just watched some clips and Lenny has hands. There we go. Lenny has some hands. You got clips out there, Lenny, if you didn't know. All right.
That's pretty tight, dude.
There you go. I didn't know there were clips, but I'm going to go check out those clips. Send me those clips, Octagon guy. V107MMA on Instagram. You should follow us while you're there, though, by the way. Yuri Prohashka follows us. I feel like the least you could do is just click follow. Subscribe, shit like that. That's Harry from PreShow Bets, Jared Lennon, BKFC. Follow everybody. Show us some love. We're out here showing you guys some love. Yeah, Harry, look, man, besides that, there's really not too much left to talk about, man. I mean, again, that Sean Strickland card's coming up after that. Brandon Moreno, Loney Kavanaugh, we touched on a little bit. How about just like an early, quick breakdown of Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira?
I got Max Holloway.
I can't hear you. I think you're muted.
I have Max Holloway. Can you hear me now?
Still can't hear you.
No fucking way. There's no way you can't hear me. Are you
serious?
serious?
Leave and just hop back in, Harry. It should fix it.
All right, let me do that.
By the way, any of y'all read Matt Hughes' book? That man's a genuine piece of shit. I didn't read it. I remembered like a while back hearing something about it. There was like, I don't recall exactly what it was, but I do remember watching a video with, I don't know if it was like the MMA Guru or somebody else. Somebody was breaking down like some fucking crazy shit that went down, and that reminded me of it. But yeah, I remember hearing that. I did not read it, but I believe Matt Hughes is from like close to where I'm from. And then Octagon guy says, liked and subscribed. We can hear him. You could hear him. Why can't I fucking hear him? Let me see. All right, he's back.
I'm back.
Harry, that was a problem on I had you muted. They could hear you. I couldn't hear you.
Gotcha.
So that's on me. And while you were gone, look at the shit we got into, Harry. While you were gone.
Fights? How the fuck did she?
Muay Thai.
How did she know? Yeah, what's up? I hear you.
No, you're good. While you were gone in those like brief 40 seconds, look what the fuck we got into. They're talking about Matt Hughes. Apparently, he's a predator and admitted to torturing baby pigs.
Baby pigs?
I don't fucking know. So Matt Hughes apparently was he on the Epstein list? I didn't get that far.
There's no, bro. That has to be some bullshit, bro.
I don't know.
He's
I remember
such a
hearing
civil
something.
guy. He has his own gym too.
I remember hearing like something about him, like maybe a year ago. Some YouTuber did a video breaking down that he was like a piece of shit, but I don't remember anything like about exactly what it was. Apparently, it's all in his book that he wrote. So maybe that's something we got to check out. Admitted to it himself is what vexes. I'll take your word for it, Vex. I don't think you'd lie to me. I'm not going to change my opinion on the guy until I read that. You know what I mean? So talk to me, Harry. Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway. My bad. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, Max Holloway through and through, man. It's just better for matchmakers. Yeah, that's it. That's how I see it.
You think he finishes Charles Oliveira? Max is looking fucking
Charles
powerful
is gonna get finished, man. Especially if he has some backdoor agreement too to help Max, with a leg up. Because let's be frank, man. Charles has always been about a payday, man. You don't have a pad in Miami without getting paid. Like I'm talking serious. Property tax is a killer, bro.
You know who his neighbor is, Harry, in fucking Brazil?
Who?
Neymar.
You see what I mean, bro? Like that shit is not normal, dog. Yeah, you could be, bro. Listen. Yeah, well, it's Charles. No, bitch. Not even Anderson Silva has that type of money. Not even Jose Aldo. You're not gonna, dude. I have a degree in finance. Like, you're not gonna tell me what. There's no. He had to have gotten paid at 2-3 times the scales of those men, and those men are legendary, bro. Like, Charles didn't even have money up until the Islam Makhachev fight. That right there. That right there changed a lot of things, bro.
And Harry, again, this is something we've gotten into, and there's a lot of new viewers. I'm not gonna just blatantly come out and say fully what I want to say, but just put it into, think about it. Take a step back perspective. Charles Oliveira got his title stripped at UFC 274 in Arizona. I was there, by the way. There was a lot of crazy fucking shenanigans going on in the weight room that day. The scales were off, and a lot of people were fucking missing weight by half a pound to a pound. Mostly the Brazilians. I know officially only 2 or 3 people ended up missing weight, but a lot of people complained about it. So that happened. They stripped him. He went on to still defeat Justin Gaethje, and that was Charles Oliveira. Like, I've never seen somebody angrier than Charles Oliveira that day. So that leads me to believe that he actually didn't miss weight, that he got fucked over. They ended up stripping him. He wins that fight. Now the title's vacant. And what does that force Charles Oliveira to do? Go to Abu Dhabi later on that year in October to fight Islam Makhachev, the guy he didn't want to fight in the location he didn't want to fight. But if you want the belt, now you're fucked, right? They have him by the balls. That's fine.
And how did they do it? Legally, like contractually, with attorneys. Yeah. Attorneys said, well, right now he has rights under his fighter agreement. But if we do this weight scale thing, he loses all his rights. And now it comes down to matchmaking.
I'm saying, and then real quick, so that happens. He ends up in Abu Dhabi. And Harry, the fighter pay is disclosed. I know it's, there's some extra shit that they get paid and whatever, but that's fine. Fighter pay is disclosed. Charles Oliveira ends up going to Abu Dhabi. He goes out there for 3 weeks. Okay. He's out there for 3 weeks. I don't know if you've ever been to Abu Dhabi or Dubai. It's expensive as fuck. Okay. And not only does he go with his corner, 3-4 guys, he brings the entire fucking shoot the box gym with him. Kids that have no fucking money. Kids that are on the regional scene fighting for $300 to $500 fucking dollars in Brazil, okay? And there are 30 of them in Abu Dhabi being treated like fucking kings, going to the Royal Mosque, going to all these, safaris and playing with lions and shit. They're all fucking wearing name brand clothing and fucking Rolexes. Like, where is that coming from? How much is Charles Oliveira spending on a vacation for fucking 3 weeks for 30 guys? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People don't fucking factor that in. Real quick, Octagon guy says, about to go rip the Benjamin before these fights get started. Good luck on your picks, fellas. And look who has joined us in the chat, MMA Joey. What up, boys? What up, MMA Joey? How are you, brother? How you feeling about the fights tonight? But yeah, like, to me, Harry, that whole Oliveira situation makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. Just financially, it's irresponsible. And I don't think he's able to do it. I just don't think he can afford it. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know. People call me crazy. They say I'm a conspiracy theorist. They say I'm just making fucking narratives up. I know what I saw.
Bro, that's all. They everybody just coins that conspiracy shit, throws it around like it's candy, bro. And then you have a fucking hatch in one of the spare rooms in Epstein's island, like a fucking hatch with sharks underneath.
I don't know. I don't know about Epstein. I'm not too researched on that. I saw a couple videos. Crazy shit. All I'm saying is the UFC is going to put fighters in a fucking terrible place on purpose if they need to, obviously, for matchmaking reasons. MMA Joey says Bautista should get it done. Kuniev might as well. Kuniev and remind me his name. Pereira, right? No, Almeida. Jailton Almeida. It's a close fight. I don't think very highly of Jailton Almeida. It's just if he can get on top of this guy, Joey, I think he's just going to be able to lay on top of him and waste time. But he had a really close fight with Curtis Blades, friend of the channel, and almost beat him. So maybe, and I do.
Dino,
yeah,
I'm going to publish the betting splits, brother. I'll catch you on the flip side.
My guy, Harry. Appreciate you. Guys, Harry from PreShow Bets, Jared Lennon, BKFC. Go follow them. I'll post the shit underneath here. I'll tag you guys on Instagram, all right? Have fun at Knucklemania, boys.
Later, guys.
My guys. There they go, guys. Harry from PreShow Bets and Jared Lennon, BKFC. Yeah, I agree, Joey. I'm going Bautista as well. I'll run through it really quickly for you guys. We got a little bit of time left. I'm going Mario Bautista in this one. I just think the cardio of Vinicius Oliveira, we don't know about it, right? And I can't like reasonably pick him to finish Mario Bautista early. Bautista has faced some really good fighters, and he's a very tough dude to finish. Pause. Amir Albazi, Kyoji Horiguchi. I don't like the odds on this one at all. I think they're crazy, but I'm ultimately sticking with Kyoji Horiguchi. But I think this could be a very close fight, and Amir Albazi has all the tools necessary to win this fight, especially if it goes to the ground. He is a heavy grappler. This one, I'm sort of siding with Jailton Almeida, but I'm 50-50 on it, to be honest with you. Kuniev, pretty good. It's just weird matchmaking that they gave him Curtis Blades, and now they're giving him Jailton Almeida. I'm going Oleg Zacic in this one. I think this one is free money. Free money. I think he's going to get himself a knockout early. Gene Matsumoto, Farid Basharat. I'm going to go with Basharat. I like Matsumoto a lot. I really do. I think he's a great prospect. It's just Farid Basharat is too well-rounded. He's too safe of a fighter. He's very defensively intelligent, and it is what it is. Dustin Jacoby, Julius Walker. I'm siding with Dustin Jacoby on this one, guys. I think he does get a KO versus Julius Walker. I will let you know, Julius Walker is a big, powerful guy. He can totally catch Dustin Jacoby. He's got more power than Dustin Jacoby. All he has over him is pure power and pure jiu-jitsu. I just don't think he's going to be able to get the fight to the ground. And Dustin Jacoby is technically just a lot better than him on the feet. Daniil Donchenko, Alex Morono. Again, I'm going Donchenko by KO. But Alex Morono is a veteran. Again, if you're on the betting side of things, crazy fucking odds here. Plus 440's wild. So I would stay away from Donchenko on the betting perspective. But I think he does win this fight. Bruna Brazil, Ketlin Souza. I'm going with the dog here. I'm going Bruna Brazil. I just think she's going to be kind of a boring fight, right? She's just going to pick at range. Ketlin Souza is a big girl, but Bruna Brazil, since she went to the Fighting Nerds, she's fighting a little differently. She's fighting way more measured, way more, intelligently. She's just going to keep the outside and just do her thing. So I'm going there. I know this is no longer Saeed Nurmagomedov, but I am still sticking with Javid Basharat on this one. Newcomer, missed weight, 3 days notice. You're not beating a Basharat bro like that. Wang Kong versus Eduardo Mora. I am sticking with Wang Kong. Again, hate the odds here from the betting perspective. If you're betting, don't touch this one. 380's crazy. Eduardo Mora is a good grappler, but both of these ladies missed weight. Eduardo Mora looked like shit. Kong Wang didn't. Give me Kong Wang. I'm going with Muin Gafurov to beat Jakub Wiklax. I think a lot of people are over-crediting Jakub Wiklax's win versus Patchy Mix. I don't think it was that good of a victory. I think Patchy Mix won that fight, to be honest with you. So give me Muin Gafurov. And then finally at the beginning, I would absolutely love to pick Priscilla Cachoeira. I just can't do it. She is old, guys, so I'm going Claudia Segulia. MMA Joey, do you think the UFC White House card is going to shape up to be a bigger card than 300? No, in several ways, Joey. And I know kind of what your opinion on that is. Obviously, in terms of amount of fights, it's going to be smaller, right? They told us 6 or 7 fights yesterday or 2 days ago. So just like logistically, it doesn't make sense to have that many people at the White House, right? The security that they have to go through and the background checks and all that kind of stuff. So I think it'll be like 6, 7 fights in terms of that kind of size. In terms of, just like name value and things like that, maybe, but maybe just because of the top of the card, right? Like, UFC 300, I think, was a phenomenal card. Especially on paper, I think it performed well as well. I know you didn't really love it, but Alex Pereira, Jamal Hill was kind of a weak main event, name value-wise, but the rest of the card was phenomenal. They're going to be able to do maybe a John Jones, Alex Pereira, which would be bigger, maybe a Conor McGregor fight versus maybe Nate Diaz or Jorge Masvidal, whoever they end up bringing for him if they do that. It could be bigger at the main event level. But otherwise, how can it be bigger? You know what I mean? The biggest stars in the game right now will not be involved. We're not going to have an Islam Makhachev. We're not going to have a Khamzat Chimaev. We're going to maybe have an Alex Pereira and a Conor McGregor, which, again, is huge. But, I just don't see how keeping out 3, 4, 5 of the best fighters on the planet, Piotr Jan and those kind of guys, can make it that big of a card. So I think it'll be fun if it does actually happen. I still have my, reservations on it happening, but it'll be fun. Just not 300. 300 was fucking amazing, Joey. I don't know what you were saying about it being whack. I think 300 was unreal, man. Just the main event name value beforehand wasn't that good, but the performance by Pereira was great. Doing this whole thing on Jamal Hill, it was entertaining. It was entertaining to me, guys. But yeah, So that's what we got going on, guys. I mean, UFC Fight Night, Bautista versus Oliveira, about to start in about 25 minutes here. I got people coming over for the fights tonight, so it should be entertaining here. I'm going to let you guys go, but before I do me a favor, like and subscribe. It would mean the world to us. Also, follow us on Instagram at the107MMA, where, again, we are followed by professional fighters, UFC world champions, PFL world champion, UFC head champion coaches, shit like that, okay? We got a lot of clout. We got a lot of pull. MMA Joey's in the fucking chat. You hear me? Go follow us on Instagram. Hit the like and subscribe button here, guys. Yeah, that's really all I got. Vex is back in the... I'm sorry, it's not Vex. GSB in the chat saying, am I picking Gene Matsumoto? No, I am not picking Gene Matsumoto. I want to. I really like him as a prospect, GSB. I think that kid is going to be in the rankings soon. I think he'll be a top 15, probably a top 10 guy. Nice bounce back win last time out. I just didn't love that loss that he took, man. He just kind of looked like, and I know he's young and he's facing a high caliber guy, but I just didn't like the optics of that. It looked like he didn't know what he was doing. Maybe it was like a new position to him, just losing a fight. I didn't love it, man. I hope he wins. I think it'd be better for, the division moving forward, but unfortunately I'm going with Basharat. I'm going with both Bash Bros, but I will tell you, if the first Basharat brother loses, if that happens, it'll probably fuck the second one up. So you never know, right? If you're betting on it, maybe a hedge, right? If the first Basharat brother loses, slam Gene Matsumoto. Imagine watching your brother get knocked out cold, and then in an hour and a half, they're like, here, you go out there, have fun. No good. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for joining. I had a blast. 25 minutes until UFC Fight Night, Bautista Oliveira. So again, enjoy. Okay, what undergo you like? I don't know what that means, brother. I wish I could answer you. I'll wait. I'll wait for the correction. But that's all I got. Enjoy the card. Thank you, Vex. Enjoy the card, brother. We will be back tomorrow. We have a UFC fighter interview that we'll be doing. Probably drop around Monday or Tuesday. There's no fight next week, so look out for some random content. We'll be doing something with a couple of UFC fighters. I know we got one on Sunday. We may have another one coming up like Wednesday, Thursday. We mentioned the Charles Johnson, Bruno Silva thing. We might be doing that at some point. I'm going to have to reach out to CJ, and Harry will get back to me with Bruno. GSB, you still didn't respond. Anyways, love you guys. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys for joining. Like, subscribe on your way out. Peace.